That's the mustache I've always wished I had. That's crazy. It's called Burning Bridges. It was my first on-camera gig. I think I might be the only one who has like a VHS in a box somewhere.
That's my first on.
First time on screen, yeah.
And that was a series?
It was a series that my brother started. He was one of the 7 brothers.
Oh.
And there was a guest starring spot for a young boy and a young girl. And we were shooting in Northern California, and it probably was cheaper just to use the kids that were running around on set than to actually fly anyone in. So me and my sister got the job. I remember that we went to shoot that scene, and they seemed to like, I think I'm 8 years old or something. It seemed very violent to me. And I remember me and my sister just burst out in tears, like immediately. And they cut, and I was like, that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever done. Like, I remember just being flooded with this feeling of like invincibility. And it was wild, because it went from like total vulnerability to just feeling
Totally empowered.
Yes.
That's incredible.
And I was hooked. Like, that is the moment where I was like, I need to do this forever.
Where did you get that? You hacked my Facebook?
I'm an internet sleuth. I'm
That's a
doing my
play
research.
that I wrote.
Really? What is it called?
Flocka loves Bone. Flocka is a nickname for the heroine of the play. She's a trans heroine, and Bone is a young man who falls in love with her. I saw Flocka heart bone spray painted on a wall somewhere in Red Hook, and it just got like stuck on a like loop. I couldn't get it out of my head.
So this is your first film.
That's right.
It's his first film, but I'm going to talk about it.
Okay.
Part of my, I think maybe 11th birthday celebration was going to see Space Camp with a group of friends. Take it away.
Well, I can't follow that up. The strongest memory, it has to do with meeting Michael Jackson, who was filming something for like Disney World, Captain
EO.
Yes.
The 3D experience at Disney.
Yes. And I walked onto the stage, they brought me onto the stage, and there were like 40 gigantic fans blowing, and the loudest music comes on, and he comes out and does like this like 3-minute dance. The cameras move around, and it was like the most incredible experience I've ever had.
Was the movie called Brother Bear?
It was.
Is Joaquin Brother Bear?
Oh yeah.
Where the hell was I? I know everything.
No, you missed that one. That's a shame. It was life changing. I say this only for the point of telling the story. I'm vegan, and I never had said salmon before because I'd never ordered it, and so it's all this salmon run their pairs.
Of course.
But I just pronounced the L.
Salmon?
Yeah.
Like you're like Latino.
Meanwhile, I also was an adult, so it's an adorable story. I was like, I was 8, I was a full adult.
Yeah.
And they're going, it's not salmon. It's like the L is silent. I couldn't get that idea in my head. And who's that?
That is Fink. That is Fink, the Fink the fox. And that clip right there is right before I kick the baby gosling into the water.
That's acting.
Yeah. This kind of voice acting and soap opera acting is probably like the most technically challenging work. He can't even say salmon. You suffocate your father, and then you fire General Maximus after that.
Did I fire him?
Well, you actually tell people to kill him.
Feels a little different.
That was getting fired back then. That was getting fired back then. I get fired too. In this movie,
right.
I get fired by the emperors, and that means being thrown into the arena and fighting my own men.
Totally.
Oh man, I saw this in the movie theater.
Yeah, so that is To Die For. And I knew Gus Van Sant, the director. He worked with both my brother and my sister. And then sometime later, this came up, and I went to New York and auditioned for it. And all the other actors were busy. And so I got the job.
Yeah.
Why is she allowed to be reading the script and you're not?
No, she's reading a...
I do think it's unprofessional.
She's reading a letter.
How do we know that there's not her dialogue written on it?
She's such a
A
pro.
lot
She
of
refused.
pros do that. That's what they do. have some fun little trivia, but I won't share it. But that's a movie called Her, and I was in it, and it
What's
came
the
out.
trivia? What's the trivia?
Nothing exciting. This we call the pointing scene.
Yeah, we call it the pointing scene because I'm a pointer. Now I know what dog I am.
First, do you notice how I'm like turned where I'm available to engage with you, and you're turned away completely from
Me? In this?
in this moment. No, don't do it now. It's weird, but I'm just saying it felt odd. So I'll go this way now.
Well,
What's the question?
It was one of the most exciting experiences of my entire fucking life, and it really actually was. It was magical and it was challenging, and it's one of my favorite work days I've ever had.
Yeah, when we totally. When Ari came from around the monitor and said, Pedro, then I felt great. And I was like, I love this day. It's a great day. If he happened to come around and go, Joaquin, I'd just instantly be crushed. So that's all that I remember. I hope that you would get notes.
That I would get notes and then you wouldn't?
Yeah.
All right, I mean, I'm going to share like a little anecdote that I probably shouldn't. I asked Joaquin, I was like, Ari's suggesting this, and what do you suggest? And Joaquin said, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm only going to agree with you. He said to me, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not, whatever it is, I'm only going to take your side. So do whatever you want. And I was like, okay.
Luckily, Ari will never watch this.
Probably not.
He took my side over Ari's.
I like the perfect scene
and
partner.
said that it was like, that will always be the case.
Ride or die right here.